In this video, I'll show you how to analyze acquisition reporting in Google Analytics 4 and get actionable insights from it. I'll show you how to read and interpret the data. Hello data people, my name is Robert and I'm here to help you understand and analyze data to make better decisions in e-commerce. So let's jump into the report. Personally, I use acquisition report mostly to get information about my campaigns. So let's say I have an email campaign and it's running right now on the site and I want to know how the different campaigns are doing. So what we need to do is, since it's about the email, I'm going to come here, I'm going to filter by email. And then I'm going to add secondary dimension, which will be campaign and session campaign. Here you can see that these are the email campaigns this website has. And if we look at revenue, which one? Here, let me just sort it by revenue. So we can see actually campaigns that are doing the best. All right, so clearly this campaign is ahead of all of the other ones. I mean, there's also quite a lot more sessions, but this is the way I could also just look at different campaigns I've been running. And this is not only for email, it could be also for paid. So if I look for paid, so paid search or paid shopping, in this case, I'm going to just leave it to paid search. You can see that here, they haven't really identified the campaign name. So they haven't really put it correctly. So that's a bit of problem. So your tracking is not correctly. The UTM parameters are not working. Or you can also look at your affiliates, if you have any affiliates, so you can look from here if which ones are doing the best. So it's really about the campaign tracking. The second way to get insights is to actually look at which source is bringing you most revenue or conversion rate. So for example, here we can clearly see if we go on the right, total revenue, let me just close this up like this. Total revenue is actually direct is generating most and then organic search. And this could mean that I can now really invest more money in the organic search. Now, revenue itself is interesting, but there's even better way to look at which sources bring you, proportionally more revenue. That's the conversion rate. And we can add conversion rate if we have the rights. So right now I don't have the rights here, but I could also, so let me show you at my website. I can come here, customize report, then from here, metrics, and I can just search for conversion. So I'm looking for session conversion rate, right? Apply. And now you can see that here, right here, I have session conversion rate. And if I change from here to purchase, you would see the purchase conversion rate. So it's important to change it to purchase. Right now, my website doesn't have any purchases because it's not an e-commerce website, but you would see the conversion rates here. Alternatively, if you don't have the rights, you can also create a report in the Explore tab. I've already created it here. You can see that now I have here conversion rates specifically for the purchases, and it's all here visible. Now, if you want to learn how to do this in the Explore tab, just click on the video here at the top right corner, and there I have an in-depth video how to see conversion rate like this in the Explore tab, because there's a few steps you actually need to take before it shows the right data. Then you can just sort by revenue or conversion rate, and then you're going to start looking, okay, well, email looks like it's generating a lot of revenue. And if I look at the traffic amount, so here, actually referral, organic social is bringing much more users and sessions to the site, yet email is generating more money. So I suspect the email has a really high conversion rate, and I could put more effort into email marketing, and that way I can, make more money from a smaller group of people. And this is something I cover more in depth in my GA4 e-commerce course. I really just focus on the analysis and getting insights, leaving out the techie stuff. For more information, check the link in the description. The third way to get insights from acquisition report, you can also look at the engagement rate. For certain channel groups, it is quite interesting to look at the engagements. Because, for example, if you're sending a lot of paid search, usually the engagement time is much lower on that than email or referral. But you can see here, email has the highest engagement rate. We're talking about in terms of average time of session here, almost 4 minutes compared to 15 seconds of paid search. Now, paid search will always be like this. It will be always worse than your own sources like email or maybe even organic search in this case. But you can notice from here there's a big differences. And then we could look at the engagement rate here, and you can see for most of them it's 90. For some reason, The paid search is 95%, but I suspect this is because of the 10-second rule. So if somebody spends 10 seconds on your website, they are considered as engaged, but I would increase that to 40 or 60 seconds. And that's possible. If you want to learn how to do that, there's a video in the top right corner right now here. You just click on there and I'll show you how to actually increase the timer for engaged session. So the fourth way you can get insights from acquisition report is by looking at the referral, which other websites are bringing visitors to your website. So for that, we just need to have the default channel groups, and what we're interested here is the referrals. So if I type in here as filter, referral as filter, now we can start seeing, hey, there's some data. Now we just need to add a secondary dimension, and in this case, it would be source and session source in this case. And there you go. You now see, if we sort by sessions, you'll notice that, for example, a lot of Google sites are bringing here traffic, but also there's this Perks at Work, and Udemy is bringing quite a lot of traffic to this site. And if one or two websites are bringing a lot of traffic, maybe we can start working together with that website just to, expand on that. Maybe we can get even more traffic from that source just because it's already they're already familiar with us because they're already linked to us. So maybe we can do some collaboration there. By the way, data is not created equal, and you should be only looking at data that is relevant to your role. That's why I've created a cheat sheet which shows you the most important metrics and KPIs specific to different e-commerce roles. You can download it by clicking on the first link in the video description. And the fifth way to get insights from the acquisition report is by looking at where people land. So for example, I'm curious to see for my page search, let's grab that. So page search, if I filter, so for page search, where are my visitors landing? Where are the users starting their journey? So from here, secondary dimension, I'll just type in landing page, and you can see here landing page, select that one. And now you see, okay, so they're landing a lot on this specific page. There's also, home page, obviously, and some other pages like these. And what is interesting about this is, for example, for page search, you can start looking, okay, if they land on this page, how much revenue are they bringing? So I can see from this page search campaign, 0 revenue. So it doesn't make sense to send people there. Looks like when they're sending it to the homepage, or at least some revenue. And you can look at this not only for paid search, but you can look at organic, or you can also look at email. So we can change here email, and maybe we get some other details here. So there you go, 25th birthday. Okay, that generated a lot of money. And same thing for homepage. That is generating a lot of money if we're linking from emails to these pages. So this helps us just establishing where are people coming from, where we can improve, and what is working right now. Great, now you know how to get insights from the acquisition report, but this is just one of my favorite reports in GA4. There are 5 other reports that are super useful to get insight. Click on this video right here to learn my top 6 GA4 reports.